Boys, we have a trade recap for you today. Absolutely crazy one. How I accidentally made $1,000 on my PA. The titles of my trade recaps are only tracking my PA. I don't track my funded profits or my eval profits. Sorry. Um. So yeah. Okay. What is happening? Okay. But we're at 9:30. Perfect. So going into the day, of course, it's gonna cut and bring me back to regular day. Don't know why. But this daily gap, we decided to respect, and we were seeing a bullish reaction off of it. So I did want to see us to continue to be bullish. 4 hour didn't have really anything crazy for me. This 4 hour gap right here was respecting pretty nice. Nothing too crazy for me on the 4 hour. I did like this range. But, you know, nothing too crazy. 1 hour. We have this 1 hour gap down here that I did mark out. A couple other highs, a couple other lows, all that good stuff. Nothing too crazy. This 1 hour though. Big 1 hour right here. So this 1 hour was untapped. 1 hour BPR, 1 hour gap. Okay, so this was my kind of zone for shorts. I wanted to see a pullback into that zone to then see shorts downwards. If not, for longs, I wanted to see us come down to Asia low right here, sweep it, and we also tap into a 15-minute gap there. Something like that. Also the 0.5 of this range. But let's just delete that. But yeah, that was kind of my setup for the day. Marked out other liquidity points. This was London high. Yep. Wait. I lied. This was London high. Right there. Okay. So yeah, this was kind of set up for the day. Conditions. This kind of area for longs. This kind of area for shorts. So let's get right into it. Market open. Boom. It's not market open yet. Market opens here. So we fade Asia lows. There's an SMT with ES. So I do decide to go down, see if there's a little range we can see. We get a little push up here on the 2-minute. Then get a push down, but there's no gap. So I just immediately kind of fade this and just wait for something else to happen. Which this is then we get this push. This was my short kind of zone, so I wanted to see a nice little bearish reaction off of it, which we did get once we got a better push into it. We get a couple 2-minute candles, nice 2-minute range forms, and then scale down, see if we can get a pullback. Bang. Pullback secured. And there's our gap that gets inverse there. We take shorts, stops are at this high, going for a 1-to-1, something simple. Sell. So now let me explain what happened. So I enter on my TradeAvate, or not my TradeAvate, my TradingView, and then I enter into my TradeAvate. Once we hit take profit, I'm like, let's go, another funded baby. Getting a little hype. But then I realized that my TradingView was under my PA account. I was trading it under my PA account and not my eval. So I had an 18 micro short already on my PA when I took another 6 micro short on Tradeovate when I entered again. So it was just a lot of shorts on my PA and nothing on my eval. So that's basically what happened. And yeah, completely. Really don't even know what to say, but yeah. So we slam, take profit, and I was just so like shocked. I was like, "What just happened, bro?" I didn't know what to feel really. I was like, "Okay, let's go." I made $1,000 on the PA, but I just messed up on my eval again. So it was kind of in between, but can't be complaining about a green day. That's what I took right there. Something simple. Um, Now, if you wanted to take longs, there's also a long setup. So we can head over to 5 minute. So after this big move down, we get a push into this 15-minute gap and this 2-minute again. Go to the 2-minute. We get a nice little 2-minute range here. Not really nice, but you know, 4 2-minute candles. That's not pretty. You don't want to see that. This is what you want to see. This good push right here. Looks a lot better. And then you have a range here, which you see a pullback, and then an inversion of this gap right here. Which this was like a B setup. Honestly, this was not really that good of a setup, but you could have taken it 1 to 1. 1 to 1. Wow, that got faded. I took this on paper, and it hit. I think I got in a little bit earlier, like right around here, but that's something you could have taken that little long right there. I think it was a 30-second gap that I took instead. But, yeah, that's about it. That's all I really got for today. I'll show you guys that trade just to prove that I'm not an idiot. Where was it? Right, this was an attempt at the long, but that didn't work. And then we had this long. I entered here, got out right here. So, yeah, that was today. Today was definitely not a good day. It was pretty difficult. If you didn't really catch that short, there wasn't really anything A plus. But as always, if you caught a trade, win, loss, learn from it. As I always say, I can learn from this trade that I need to check what account I'm under before I place a trade. But yeah, without that, go do your other stuff. Get off the charts. It's already 11 o'clock. You gotta be done, right? Go to the gym. Go outside. Go do something fun. Get your mind off the charts, you know? And then come back and learn. So, tomorrow, Friday. I hate Fridays. But no news, so we'll try to be catching something and hopefully finally getting this account funded, dude. And yeah, so I will catch you guys in the next one.